talk about this, but we should. This is a space where we say quiet parts out loud. The conversation that women usually have behind closed doors about growth, identity, money, friendship, confidence, and becoming who we really are. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest. So if you've ever felt seen but unheard, welcome to We Don't Talk About This. I want to start by asking something simple. Why do you think women are taught to whisper about certain truths instead of saying them out loud? There are things we all experience, but we don't talk about them publicly because we don't want to be judged, misunderstood, or labeled as too much. There are things we all experience, but silence doesn't protect us. It just keeps us stuck, So today we're going to be talking about the things that make women uncomfortable. Not to shame anyone, but if something in this episode makes you pause or feel seen, that's intentional. A lot of women don't compete because they're mean. They compete because they don't feel safe. When resources feel limited, when recognition feels scarce, competition starts to feel like protection. Insecurity turns into comparison real quick, especially in environments where women feel like there's only room for one. And insecurity doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it shows up in silence or comparison or support that feels off. It looks like clapping for you in public, but questioning in private. It looks like asking for details about your plans without ever celebrating your wins. And the hard truth is, not everyone wants to collaborate. Some people just want access. We don't talk about this, but we should. A lot of women don't compete because they're mean. They compete because they don't feel safe. Insecurities turn into comparisons real quick. So the shift is this. 1, stop oversharing your visions with people who only consume it. 2, collaborate with women who are already building, not just watching. Be honest. Have you ever experienced this? Real collaborations feel calm. It feels expansive. It doesn't feel like you're constantly being measured or monitored. If being around someone makes you question your light, your confidence, or your worth, that's not collaboration. This one makes people uncomfortable. Pretty privilege is real. And pretending it's not doesn't make the system fair. Some people call it confidence, but a lot of the time it's being listened to faster, believed sooner, giving grace more easily. And here is where honesty matters. Acknowledging pretty privilege doesn't mean you didn't work hard. It just means you understand the full picture and you're honest about how perception plays a role. And if you don't benefit from it, that doesn't mean you lack value. It doesn't mean you're invisible because you're unworthy. It means the system wasn't built with you in mind. We don't talk about this. We should. Pretty privilege is real. And pretending it's not doesn't make it fair. Some people call it confidence, but let's be honest. It's access. So the shift is this. 1, if you benefit from it, acknowledge it. 2, if you don't, stop analyzing it and start controlling what you can. Presence, voice, clarity. Is pretty privilege a benefit or a burden? Beauty might open the door. How you speak, how you move, how you show up. That's what determines how long you're taken seriously. This one has cost women money. Women are taught to be agreeable before they're taught to be clear. Instead of negotiating, we accommodate. Instead of stating our needs, we soften them so we don't seem demanding. And then we wonder why we're overlooked, underpaid, or burned out. Being nice isn't the problem. Being unclear is. Nice women don't set boundaries. Clear women do. We don't talk about this, but we should. Being nice has cost women money, respect, and opportunities. Nice women don't negotiate, they accommodate. So the shift is this. 1, replace nice with clear. 2, say what you need without apologizing for it. Clarity isn't rude, it's powerful. What's the nicest thing you did that backfired? Some power phrases that you may need to get accustomed to. 1, that doesn't work for me. And that's okay. I need clarity before I commit. My rate reflects my value. I'm not available for this, but I appreciate the offer. I want you to sit with this episode for a moment. Which parts hit the hardest and what is competition? Pretty privilege. Or realizing how much being nice has quietly cost you overtime. You're not. If this conversation made you uncomfortable, then good. That means it mattered. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from honesty. Save this episode. Share it with a woman who needs it, even if that woman is you. And come back next week because there's more we don't talk about, but we should.